Galia Recovery Homes is a good place for people coming out of prisons, institutions, off the street, because we take the time to work with people. We've been there, we see the behaviors, we can see ahead, we can see the train wreck, we can talk to them, and we can work with them.
When I got out of prison, there was nobody for me. I understood because I burned all my bridges and my family took me in, but they weren't in recovery. I had no recovery mentors, I didn't know anybody, and when I met my wife and we got together, I had a recovery home because I knew if I had people like me in my home, I would be okay. And then I started seeing that there was a need, and so I went ahead and me and my wife had prayed about it and said, you know what, let's help these people getting out of prison. Let's give them a safe, faith-based place to live.
I was in prison for almost 3 years. It was humbling, it was a learning experience, but it was devastating. I came across Galia the first time when I started facilitating a re-entry program for the people that were temporary in prison. If you're going to be released into the community, you're going to be released into the community as a felon. So what are you going to do? What resources are you going to utilize? Where are you going to be able to go if you don't have a home? There's people in there with drug crimes that needed to be places like faith-based, like Galia, where they could be there, they could be established, it could be consistent, it could be stable. They can take that to dependency courts. And so I felt super strong about the women that were being released into the community being able to have these resources.
I've been in and out of my addiction for 25 years. I'd gone on methadone to try to kick the pills and all the drugs. And I stayed on it for 17 years thinking that that was the answer, but it really wasn't. I was just hiding everything and just stuffing it all down more and more and more.
The alcohol and drugs is just the iceberg, tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of emotional stuff that causes it down here, traumas and childhood stuff.
I wanted to go into a recovery home where I had some support. Isolation is terrible for me. So I found Galia, and they just brought me into their family, and it's just beautiful. It's just centered around getting you healthy, whatever that looks like, physically, emotionally, mentally. You know, they accept everybody. They saw something in me that I didn't see in myself in terms of, you know, moving up through the company and being able to help other people through the traumas that I've gone through.
When I was in prison, yeah, I'd get clean. I wasn't, doing any kind of substance or drinking or pruning or nothing like that. But I know more when I got released from prison, I would go right back to the streets, right back to the alcoholism, so on. For me to help a fellow addict to get what I've achieved is a calling.
It may not be the first time, it may not be the second time, it may not be the third time, but they know that this is a safe place. They can always come back. The homes are totally furnished. When a person comes in, they walk into a bedroom that has your blankets, your pillows, your dressers, your beds, everything that you need.
We've done maintenance on a few of the homes, and they're all maintained well. They're all in good neighborhoods. You're not in a bad neighborhood where the temptation is immediate, yeah.
There's a 30-day blackout period when you come in, or a probationary period when you come in, where if you're not at work, if you're not at a meeting, if you're not at your PO's office, then you need to be at home. You're expected to look for a job until you find a job.
Give us a chance, if you want your life changed, me and my wife, we're here to help you in the best way we can and do the best we can. Together, we're going on 14 years clean and sober, and we have experience to help people out through trauma, criminal, it doesn't matter. You just gotta believe in yourself and give yourself a chance.